In this video, I am going to share with you my 20 favorite real estate books and why I recommend them to you with the findings I have. You must read these books to know everything about real estate industry in your particular area. Let's take a basic overview of these 20 books. 7 books will be on core real estate investing, which is the most important thing. 3 books shall be on how to sell a house fast, sales tips. 1 book shall be on world economics, the thought process of Adam Smith, Karl Marx, John Keynes, and more. How did they think? 1 shall be on complete due diligence of a house or a property. 2 books shall be on how to think like a successful agent or an investor. The game of deep mindset. 1 book will be on decision making and how to think clearly. 3 shall be on business development. 1 will be on tax management. And lastly, 1 on rental property investing. A complete real estate course in a single video. So let's start. Number 1, The Millionaire Real Estate Investor by Gary Keller. It's a famous book and a best-selling book, and I'm gonna make a summary of it, complete summary. It is the most important book for a real estate investor. Anyone who wants to become an investor must read this book. This book shall work on your mindset. It shall teach you how the author Gary Keller thinks and how he built the Keller Williams reality from scratch, which has a net asset of $517 billion all over the world. Gary Keller's famous quote says, "Anyone can do it, but not everyone will." Will you, my friend, will you? The main points in this book, I think a million, buy a million, and receive a million. Use the formula, big models, big goals, and big missions. How to generate leads to sell the property faster. How to identify a hidden opportunity, investment opportunity. And lastly, this book will share with you some famous stories of successful investor who made a million by investing in real estate. This book mainly focuses on mindset development as an investor. Number 2, I think The Millionaire Real Estate Agent by Gary Keller. This is the best book for agent. The main difference between these two books is the Millionaire Real Estate Agent is for lead generation and how to deal with clients. There are some important things that we will learn from this book, that is leads, listing, and leverage. He says there is no failure. You win or you learn. Either one is okay. If you are serious about becoming an agent, you must read this book, A Heaven for an Agent. Number 3, Flip by Gary Keller. A book based on flipping houses for a profit between 3 to 5 months maximum. Flip book will teach you a step-by-step process to analyze each investment, how to identify improvements, opportunities, and an accurate estimate of the cost that you are going to invest to repair or rehab that property. There are lots of graphs and real-life stories of millionaires investors who become successful by flipping houses in their neighborhoods. There are 5 steps to flip a house. Find it, analyze it, buy it, fix it, and sell it. The book also says a good investment house possesses 3 elements. The house needs updating or repairs, a rehab house. It is in an area of town where people wants to live. The owner is motivated to sell it for under market value. If you want to flip houses, you should read this book, a masterpiece from the Millionaire Real Estate Investor series by Gary Keller. Number 4, Hold by Gary Keller. Hold book is best for the people who wants to flip the property, but after some time, maybe a year or so. The book has those same 5 formulas, but in terms of holding the property, not selling it instantly. And those are finding the right property for the right price, analyze it properly to make sure the numbers and the terms make sense, buy it if you think it will make you more money for sure. Fix it in a way that outperforms the market and sell it and make a profit from it. Hold book is not far from flip book, but you should read it if you want to flip a house for a long time after a year or so. By reading these 2 books, your flipping education shall become complete. Number 5, I would recommend Shift by Gary Keller, made especially for realtors. The main motto of this book is to prepare you to tackle through times, not to give up, but to fight. Gary Keller says, if you can shift gears, you will accelerate ahead of the rest. 5 things you will learn from this book, Shift, and those are: shift happens. Fluctuations are going to happen, accept them and prepare yourself. Highs will not tend to low. Lows will pass and become fruitful. In a down market, make sure you are prepared to do more with less of your resources. Maintain excellent service on low period also, and maximize marketing dollars and bring more potential customers by using it. Shift book is more of a motivational book for agents and realtors. A little on real estate marketing, a good read for agents, I think. Number 6, Tax-Free Wealth by Tom Wheelwright. Manage your taxes properly by using this book. In real estate, there are a lot of tax loopholes you can use to reduce your property taxes. That is what this book is all about. For example, when you sell a property, you have to pay capital gain tax, which is about 20%. But a law called 131 tax exchange says you don't have to pay any taxes if you reinvest the whole amount in a second property. Obviously, terms and conditions applied. This exchange law is available in every country in the world. Just the name might be a little different. In India, I think it's section 54 and section 53, I think. Everything you need to know about property taxes are written in this book, and you know that tax is the biggest expense in real estate. So use it to reduce the taxes as low as possible. Number 7, ABC of Real Estate by Ken McElroy. Ken McElroy, a successful property manager managing over $1 billion worth of assets all over the world. His book is masterpiece. It will teach you how to evaluate the supply and demand in a market, how to identify a trend, how to find a market cycle in a particular market. Without these three, you are clueless. When to invest, how to invest, what property to buy, you have no clue whatsoever. This book will open your eyes. You will be able to see the invincible. I highly recommend reading this book once in a lifetime if you are serious about property business. I mean real estate business. Number 8, The Advanced Book of Real Estate by Ken McElroy. Ken McElroy next book is The Advanced Book of Real Estate. It will take you to the advanced world of investing. This book mainly focuses on mathematics. When you do the due diligence, this book will help you a lot. All the formulas that are required, all the charts, graphs and evaluation metrics of the property research will be found here. But don't read this book in a Kindle or PDF format. I think buy a physical copy and then read it. In Kindle, you might feel a little frustrated as every time there is a mathematical calculation, you have to move to the next page and go back to the previous one to understand the whole concept. And that's what I think is frustrating. That's why I recommend you to read it in physical form. I read it in Kindle form and I know how it feels. Okay, buy a physical copy and read it loud. Number 9, ABC of Property Management by Ken McElroy. Another book he wrote on real estate recently. ABC of Property Management, this book is made for landlords. If you have some houses you want to rent out or have tenants on the property, this will teach you how to manage them effectively so that cash continuously flows every month without any disturbance. Ken McElroy says, trust but verify. He says the information is everywhere and it's a good thing, but when you invest, make sure that you verify all that information before you act on it. Otherwise, you may lose everything. This is the best advice I got from the author. His books are life changing. It can change also your life. Number 10, Guide to Investing by Robert Kiyosaki. This book is a basic overview of real estate investing, Guide to Investing by Robert Kiyosaki. It is not exactly a real estate book, but I think people should read this. This book will help you to understand the basic concept of investment. This book shares what is the required mindset for investing, how to invest in a property or stock, what are the best practices that Robert Kiyosaki follows, how not to invest, and what you must avoid to become a successful investor. If you are new to investing, you must read this book, a complete overview of what investing is. Number 11, The Worldly Philosopher by Robert Heilbroner. A combined masterpiece of world economics, a tough read, but the information in this book contains is priceless. The thought process of famous economists Adam Smith, Karl Marx, John Keynes, and more. This book combined all of their works and made a simple copy in modern language to understand better. You don't have to read all those monstrous books from 1800s. Just read this one and you will have an idea of the whole world economics, especially how the financial system works, how money works, how all the industry works, how capitalism works, and how to improve it. All in one economic book, a must read for investor or agent. Number 12, Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. Daniel Kahneman received a Nobel Prize for this book, a breakthrough in the financial industry. It took me 20 days to read this book, but it was worth it. This book will challenge you to make the hard choice, not to listen the emotional brain, but to focus on the rational brain. I mean the system 1 and system 2. If you want to make better investment decisions, this book is a must read. I would say read it twice. In one go, it might not help you. Okay, read it twice, it will help you a lot. To understand the concept of this book, read it in a physical form, not in the Kindle version. This is my personal experience I am sharing with you. Okay, read it in a physical form. Number 30, The Real Book of Real Estate by Robert Kiyosaki. Now the best book on real estate investing, a core investing book, perfect for due diligence process. This book is practical, not bookish content, okay? Only practical experiments by some successful real estate investor. They'll tell you what they did wrong and right and what you need to do with their findings. I think this is priceless. The experience is priceless. No one will ever going to tell you that. This book mainly focuses on due diligence, I mean property analysis. A book for advanced investors, not suitable for beginners, I think. Here are the complete list of the different niches of this book: apartment investing, commercial building investing, commercial retail investing, land investing, building development, dispute handling, tax management, interior design, asset protection, no down payment methods, tax line investment, hotel business, shopping mall business, rental property investing, flipping business, and real estate financing. A lot of niches are here, you can see. It is the real book of real estate. You must read it before you invest. Number 14, Influence, Psychology, Persuasion by Robert Cialdini. You might think this is not a real estate book, and you are right. It's a sales book. You must sell the property to make a profit now, or a commission as a realtor. So how are you going to sell a house if you don't know the techniques of persuasion? This book will help you with that. 6 technique author shares with us that are universal: power of reciprocity, social proof, authority, scarcity, consistency, and liking. These are the 6 universal influence law. You can use them to influence anyone to sell property faster. Number 15, Psychology of Selling by Brian Tracy. This book helps you to stay motivated in times of setbacks and how you can relate with your clients to close the deal faster. You know Brian Tracy, no need for extra introduction. This is one of the best selling sales book that helped a lot of agents. The most important thing I've learned, and that is, if you ask more quality questions to your customers and adjust your pitch according to the situation, you will sell more properties. He says salespeople should focus on what's in it for the customer, not for himself. Okay, read it if you are new to sales, it will help you a lot. Number 16, Sell or Be Sold by Grant Cardone. This is my favorite sales book. Everything you need to close a deal is written here. Grant Cardone is a sales grandmaster. You will become a pro if you read this book after the Psychology of Selling and Influence book. There are 5 main steps to sell anything to anyone. Greet your customers, determine their wants and needs, select the product and present the value, make a proposal and close the deal. Simple is that. 5 steps to sell a property fast. Grant Cardone says, commit and be done with it. Give your 100% and say, I have to get it done, no other options. A formula author says you must practice commitment equal to result equal to happiness. This is the basic formula of Grant Cardone you must practice in order to become successful. This book talks a lot about closing techniques, so you give it a try, your selling skill will improve for sure. Now 17, ABC of Rental Property Investing by McElroy. Rental property is a tough business. Landlords will tell you how bad it can go. This book will solve all those problems that may appear in your rental property business. For example, people will not pay rent on time. They will say, we are in a bad situation. My son is very ill. Please give us one more week, etc. and etc. If you fall for that, you may lose the whole amount. And after saying that, other tenants will do the same. Your business will go bankrupt. The problem your tenants are facing might be real, but you must act according to the contract, to the law. There is no place for emotions. You must become a bad boy, a devil, and collect those rents on time. Otherwise, fine them for late payments, as the law says. This is how you should run the business, not in the mercy of your tenants. Okay. Number 18, Persuasion by Robert Cialdini. This book is a sequel version of Influence book. It mainly focuses on the way we talk, what exactly to say. I mean, exactly what word to say. You can learn from this book. When you are trying to sell a house, one single word can make or break the deal. For example, the customer says, the house is good, but expensive. If you tell them, no, it's not, they will not buy it. You should say, yes, the house is expensive and there is a reason for it. It is not an ordinary house. It has a wonderful lawn, a beautiful wall with arts, and peaceful neighborhood. Expensive means good. Know it and use it. Expensive means good. Never say you are wrong. A customer is always right. Always remember this formula. This will help you to persuade them faster. Number 19, The Personal MBA by Josh Kaufman. It's time to take your MBA degree in 1 week by reading this book. This is an overview of business system. You will learn here value creation, marketing strategies, techniques, sales tricks, value delivery, finance management, how to work with people, how to manage them, and lot more about business management. If you know nothing about starting a business, you must read this book. It has everything you need to start your own real estate business firm. Okay, read it. It will help you to build a business faster. And lastly, the Millionaire booklet by Grant Cardone. Research says that 80% of today's millionaires are self-made. So there is every chance you can become one of them. Real estate has produced the most number of millionaires in the world. Listen, getting rich is a pure decision and it is possible if you believe in it. And not only that, you must commit to it, you must give your 100%, otherwise it might not work. Some quotes you need to follow by Grant Cardone. The more people you help, the more money you will make. If you want to make $1 billion, help 1 billion people. If you are committed to it, then your mindset, income, investment, and entire life will shift from middle class to a wealthy person. And that's a guarantee from Grant Cardone. So at the end, I will say read all these books carefully, very carefully. I have chosen all these real estate books by keeping in mind that you know nothing about property business, property investment, or real estate business. If you think these books are helpful, share them with your friends. Give a thumbs up to this video and subscribe if you're new here. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.